Hey y'all, Different Worlds here, and I'm back with another video in like a couple of weeks since I posted my last one. I had a neat idea for a video and I wanted to make it and show it to you guys, see what y'all think of it, I guess. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 songs that were better live than they were in the studio. So I guess first I want to say a few things. When I feature any of the songs on this list, I'm not saying that the studio versions are like horrible and that they're garbage. It's just that I think that these live performances of them are better than the studio version. The studio versions are still pretty good for most of them, but I just think that these live versions are better in one way or another, or maybe a few ways. Also, I'm going to be trying to post some more long form videos like bi-weekly, every 2 weeks or so. And I'm going to be trying to upload more shorts and TikToks and whatnot. So if you would, please subscribe to the channel and go check out my music as well. I got it on Spotify, YouTube. Like I said, I have TikTok. I have some stuff on Instagram. Not Twitter. I have to fix that. I'm not on Twitter anymore because of that one fellow that runs it that turned out to be quite something. And I have SoundCloud as well, but if you want to listen to my music, I think it would be better to go to either Spotify or YouTube. I should also mention, this list is not in any particular order, so it's not like a top 5 where it's like 5 is like at the least of the ranking and number 1 is like the best. I just threw this list together pretty quickly. It's not in any particular order. I don't have like one over the other, that's just what I'm trying to say. Now, with that out of the way, let's actually get into the video. Green Day. One of my favorite bands, probably my most favorite band. It's always a tie between them and Blink-182. They're always fighting for the number 1 spot for my favorite band. I love so much of their stuff. I'm gonna give a couple of honorable mentions for some of these like artists on this list, and for Green Day's honorable mentions, I want to give a shout out to Good Riddance, the performance from the Bullet in the Bible thing.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
As well as Hitchin' a Ride, I was almost going to put them on the list, but for one reason or another, especially with Hitchin' a Ride, with some of the like antics during the middle of it.
Somebody fuck me!
They're still pretty good, but I think that Minority, I think the live performance from Milton Keynes comes out on top. The studio version of Minority is a pretty good version, but I really like the live version, especially when it comes to like the bridge section and that speech that Billie Joe is giving to the crowd. I think it's really empowering and really inspirational. And I just think it all sounds so good here. And I always love songs where like the artist starts playing the song and then the audience recognizes it and just goes absolutely crazy. And this is like a prime version of that, where they just go absolutely crazy in the beginning once Billie Joe starts the song. And then the ending section as well, or namely like before we get into the before they get into the final chorus, and like how it's just the drums and then Billie Joe's voice, and then slowly everything just, not slowly, but all of a sudden everything just comes back in together.
A free for all. You are your siders. I wanna be the minority.
It just sounds so good. I really do think so. Up next we have the live performance of Reckless Abandon from 2004. Yeah, Reckless Abandon. This song is also another great and fun song, but I think how the performance here plays out, I think it just really adds to the funness of the song. I mean, with how fast things go, it just really amps up the song, I think. Not to mention the drum fill that Travis does before they actually get into the main part of the song. Like, you know, after the first like chorus is done, and then he does a little drum fill, and then everything comes out. I'll put it up on screen so y'all know what I'm talking about. And I also really like that part in the bridge where all the instruments drop out and then it's just Travis clicking on the drumsticks while Tom sings.
Bust a wall, making fun of your friend's mom. Turn the music way too loud. Turn the pizza to the house.
And just how Tom sings as well. How he sings the song, it just really brings out the feeling of this song. And again, I hate to keep using the word fun, but you know, that's like the only word that I can really think of. Just how he sings it so sloppily, whatever. I think it really just adds to the whole like immaturity of the song, I'll say, you know. Honorable mentions for this one, I was originally thinking about putting Voyeur from the Mark, Tom and Travis show on here. I really love that version of it, but I'm not a big fan of the antics that go on right before the last part of the song.
I need oxygen to the stage, please. You need oxygen and oral sex to the stage, please.
And maybe
Also, obviously, or not obviously, but I also really love the I Miss You performance from Pepsi Smash in 2004.
this pain tonight.
Stop this pain tonight.
Don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head.
I miss you.
No way.
I really do love that one, but again, I think this one just came out on top because of how fun it is. Usually if I'm going to listen to Reckless Abandon, I usually always put this one on, just because I love it so much.
Country roads, everybody singing. Country roads.
Next we have John Denver on our list. I bet you didn't really expect that. For this video, I wanted to keep it down to one song per artist, so it wasn't just like multiple songs by like Green Day or Blink-182 or anything like that. So up next we have John Denver. I don't know if I've said this before on this channel, but growing up, I was raised on like country and folk music, actually. And one of the artists that I loved the most from around that time was John Denver. Honorable mentions for John Denver, there's Grandma's Featherbed, the live version of that. I really love that one. I think that's another fun one. Thank God I'm a Country Boy as well from this album, An Evening with John Denver. Love that one as well. I've been listening to that so much lately, and it's honestly so fun. Thank God I'm a Country Boy was really close to coming out on top here and making it into this video, but then I remembered about Take Me Home Country Roads, the live version from the album. There is just something so beautiful about this version. Anytime I want to listen to Take Me Home Country Roads, I always, without a doubt, I put on this version. I think it is 10 times better than the original. I think just the mellowness of it, I'll say, the mellowness of it is just amazing. I love how it starts out soft and slowly all these other things come in with like the violins and the stringed instruments.
Country roads, take me home.
And not to mention that last chorus when he really gets into it. I love that high note that he always does at the end there, that A4 that he hits. I'll throw it up on screen here. And again, with the stringed instruments that, especially in the first chorus after the bridge, where the violins or the stringed instruments, whatever they are, they're following the vocal lead that John sings there.
Yesterday, country roads, take me home.
But yeah, like I said, Grandma's Featherbed, Thank God I'm a Country Boy, both of them were really close to making this list. But I think out of all of those performances, so there's only 3. I think Take Me Home Country Roads definitely comes out on top. It is just so beautiful.
'Cause the hardest part of this is leaving you.
But up next, we have the live version of Cancer from whatever this tour was. I think it was like the Black Parade is Dead, I think, maybe. I think this version of Cancer adds to the emotion and the beauty of that song. Whereas the original version of it, you know, it starts off with just piano and vocals, and then slowly like bass and drums come in. But I think this song really benefits from just having piano and vocals. Sometimes less is more, as they say. I think this is a great example of that. Gerard sounds so amazing here in this performance. I wish there was some sort of like, I wish they'd done something like this in the studio where it was just piano and vocals. Because as much as I love these crowd performances, having everybody just like screaming stuff while I'm trying to listen to Gerard. But I really do love this version a lot. Like I said, I think it adds to the emotion and the haunting feeling of this song. It really makes it feel like the patient is really on his deathbed and is saying goodbye to all these people. This version of Cancer is so beautiful, and I wish they had done something like this in the studio where it was just the piano and vocals, because oh my god, this is so pretty. Next up, I think we have a bit of a controversial one, I think. I know, at the very least, I think my one friend Joseph is gonna hate me for this, so I'm sorry, man. But yeah, next we have... So, yeah. This might be like the shortest section of all of them, just because I don't know exactly what to say here. I just prefer this version over the David Bowie version. And again, that might be controversial, but I'm sorry, I just do. I actually only recently listened to the David Bowie version. David Bowie? To the David Bowie original. And guys, I'm sorry, I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think Nirvana did a great job with it here. I think it really sounds so great all around. Kurt's vocals, all the other instruments. I was going to do that as if I was going to be able to name multiple things I just named too. But I think it sounds so great all around, even with the little mistake that Kurt does when he like starts off the solo. I think y'all know what I'm talking about, if not. And you know, as of now, I'm not the biggest Nirvana fan. I'm not like really into them like I am with like Green Day or Blink-182, but like performance or song that I always listen to from them is always this one. I think that it sounds so good here. Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry, this section is pretty short. I just didn't have a lot to say. I don't know like this song inside out like I do with the other ones, like not the David Bowie version or whatever. I just don't have a lot to say, I'm sorry. So yeah, that was a neat little video. I thought so, at least. Let me know what y'all think down below. I'm sure if y'all wanted me to do another list like this, me going through another 5 performances I think were better than the original, let me know down below. I'm pretty sure I could try and come up with some more performances, or find some more performances or whatever. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that regular YouTuber jazz. I have music, again, on Spotify, YouTube, you can go listen to. I'd really appreciate it. If you like DIY, punk, I'm right up your alley. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.